What is going on, everyone? Welcome into Big Time Football Talk. Got a big episode coming at you today. So I want to start with this. I want to start talking about the Jamal Adams trade. This marks for the fourth time in 3 years that an NFL team trades away 2 first-round picks to acquire a young superstar. One of the more recent notable ones was Khalil Mack going to the Chicago Bears. But you saw that trade was kind of a boomer bust thing. You saw that Chicago really needed to make that Super Bowl run, and it ended in unfortunate fashion with the double doinker kick. You know that the Chicago now, with all the money they tied into Mack, they had to let some guys go. So that really didn't end up working out for the Bears. But that was, so their window's kind of closing now. But Khalil Mack was definitely worth it. Had a monster year that 1 year, and it's benefited the Raiders. They've acquired some talented guys in the first round, like Josh Jacobs, and who else they get? Cleveland Farrell, still a young guy that's shown some potential, and this year they chose to take Henry Ruggs and Damon Arnett. So could be we'll see how that trade ends up panning out, but maybe not working out so well as the Bears, as their window's kind of closed, as now they haven't had to let some guys go like Leonard Floyd. Now you can't really afford some of the guys now because you've picked up Khalil Mack's big contract. Also, another one was Jalen Ramsey, and it looked like that one was not really working out for the Rams as well. You see Jalen Ramsey, a fantastic corner, but, I mean, it's kind of a huge price to pay for a guy that, at corner you don't really impact the play every possession on defense. Like pass rusher, you could have a guy that creates, pressure on a third of a plays, that you could have. But Jalen Ramsey, a corner, just not always as valuable, but and they gave up a huge haul for him also. So here's the details of the trade. The Jets acquired Bradley McDougald, 2 first-round picks, a 2021 first-round pick, a 2022 first-round pick, and a third-round pick. The Seahawks acquire Adams and a 4th-round pick. Joe Douglas kind of explained the detail. He said it's a chance for their team to improve and keep building for the future now that you've acquired a few picks. The Jets obviously have some issues on the offensive line. They addressed that a little bit, drafting Mekhi Becton, the huge offensive tackle from Louisville. I think he's like 6'9", 6'10", 400 pounds, ran like a 5-second 40 or something ridiculous. But the Jets should still be solid at safety. You have Bradley McDougald. They also drafted Ashton Davis in the second round, a guy that was under the radar by many. Brett Coleman. Some expert breakdowns I saw. I mean, I actually watched some film on Davis. He's a guy that was super athletic, like a former track star, I believe, at Cal. So he's a little bit raw as far as tackling, like fundamentals, but he is just super athletic and a great addition for the Jets. Then to build some depth at safety. Now with Adams gone, you're going to need depth at that position, obviously. But, yep. So Seattle struggled to rush the passer, which this is something they can help him with, because Jamal Adams saw statistics that he lined up really everywhere for New York. They lined him up at linebacker. Calling him a safety is almost like doing him a disrespect. He's just like an star athlete on the field. They played him everywhere. He actually is a tremendous blitzer. He alongside Derwin James is a guy you'll sit at the edge and tell him just go get the quarterback. I saw a strong safety, I think, is a position that is more valuable than people give credit for. Safety in general, because it's kind of like just sometimes that becomes like the leader of your defense, the safety. Like I watched the Brett Coleman breakdown. If you guys haven't seen Brett Coleman, go check his stuff out. He just does incredible work, incredible football mind. Watch the video breakdown of Derwin James and Jamal Adams, just of some of the multiple ways they use them and how they created defensive schemes that just revolve around these guys. Pete Carroll is an excellent football mind. He's going to use Adams to get the most out of him. It kind of reminds me when they drafted Earl Thomas. Everyone thinks of Seattle, and it was Russell Wilson, and they kind of got the things rolling, and Pete Carroll. But, Earl Thomas, they drafted him in the 2010 draft, chose to take him over another notable safety, Taylor Mays, and that really turned the tide in the Seattle franchise. They built the Legion of Boom, and Russell Wilson was still on that rookie deal, and they were able to acquire some younger players, or a bunch of talented players on the offensive line and build quite the team in Seattle that end up winning the Super Bowl back in 2013, nearly winning the Super Bowl also in 2014 if it wasn't for the Malcolm Butler heroics. But Jamal Adams, still only 24 years old, still a young player, still has many bright years ahead of him. So I'm so excited to see him in Seattle next year. The also news, notable New England Patriots players, I think it's 6 total New England Patriots players are opting to sit out this year. One of them, Dante Hightower and Patrick Young. Hightower is a guy that's been a leader on that Patriots defense, one of my favorite players in the NFL. He has been an absolute monster since his days at Alabama, led Alabama to a historic defense in 2011, has been a 2-time Pro Bowler for New England Patriots, and you've seen that how much New England misses him when he's out. Their defense just does not look the same. So Hightower out is going to be tough. Patrick Chung's a guy that's been in the league for a while now, and Belichick, he's been a staple on their defense. These are 2 guys that, Belichick, deep down, he's not going to make any comment when the media asks him, but he knows deep down this is a tremendous loss. And I'm not saying that New England's going to punt this season, but, they have to have next year in mind with a great quarterback class. And Trey Lance, Trevor Lawrence, they got to be kind of considering that. But, Belichick is a competitor deep down. He's not going to just throw this season out. He's going to go back to the drawing board, see what they have to work with now with those guys gone, and try to make the most of this. So that's a lot to overcome, but we'll see. If there's anyone that can do it, it is New England. This is a team that is very prepared year in and year out. So we'll have to see. Next thing I want to get to, the NCAA is allowing the college football teams to start August 29th, and this is huge, man. I just, college football, yes, I was kind of in a dark place yesterday because I got the news of the NFL players and then the NCAA allowing, or the people, all the experts saying college football is not going to happen. The media, like everyone's saying, the media is pretty negative right now. And to hear that the college football is, the NCAA is allowing college football to start August 29th was just some good news that I really needed. A few teams were scheduled to play that weekend, so some teams are trying to push their start time back. So we'll kind of see what happens there. But yeah, some excitement because the NFL, with the NFL players sitting out, it makes you wonder what other players are going to sit out too. So that was just some good positive news yesterday that I was excited to hear. So, but yeah, thank you guys so much for the support of this channel. This is one of the faster growing sports talk channels on YouTube. So I know you guys like those preview channels and the breakdowns, so I'm going to keep those coming. Also, I'm going to do segments like this. This is more of kind of like an episode, where I go over multiple topics. So thank you guys so much for your support. It means the world to me. So yeah, football season's optimistic, guys. And yeah, make sure you stay tuned, subscribe if you enjoy this. Stay tuned for some of the latest episodes from Big Time Football Talk. Until next time, peace.